ancient times, when gods still freely descended from Olympus, there lived the majestic Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, and crafts. Her hair shone like golden threads cascading down her back, and her eyes, like the brightest stars, radiated the light of knowledge and power. Her armor, flawless as the goddess herself, reflected the sun's rays in bronze hues, and her helmet, adorned with a shield bearing the image of Medusa, spoke of her might and protective nature. She was the embodiment of grandeur and unyielding will, the guardian of order and justice. Yet, even in her heart lay a void that neither wisdom nor glory could fill. One day, at the hour when the first rays of dawn touched the peaks of Olympus, and the sky blazed with crimson and gold fire, Athena descended to earth to observe the mortal world. A light breeze, cold and fresh, played with the leaves of the trees, as if heralding change. Her gaze was drawn to a secluded corner of picturesque nature, where the scents of blooming fields mingled with the fragrance of wild herbs. Lavender bushes, jasmine, and chamomile wove magical carpets, and the morning mist, like a transparent veil, enveloped the meadows, giving them a mysterious softness and depth. Suddenly, her attention was pierced by the sound of a flute, a melody simple yet enchanting, like the call of life itself. It was Lycaon, a shepherd, playing songs of love, freedom, and nature, about how his heart beats in unison with the songs of the wind. His music was like the breath of spring, like a whisper of hope in a merciless world. Lycaon, with golden curls shining in the sun and eyes as deep as the most mysterious oceans, played unaware that behind the trees hid a goddess in the guise of a simple girl. His music sounded like a sparkling stream in the sun, surrounding Athena and making her forget her divine nature and the grandeur of Olympus. This simplicity and sincerity pierced her heart, tearing apart the eternal loneliness of the goddess. Day after day she returned, hiding her divine origin. Their first meetings were modest and shy. Athena came at dawn to listen to Lycaon playing the flute, and he, noticing her presence, smiled at her as if seeing a kindred soul. They silently sat on the soft grass, enjoying the silence and sounds of nature, which seemed sacred to them both. At their second meeting, Lycaon showed Athena his favorite place, an old oak on the hilltop, from which there was a view of endless fields and forests. They sat there, and he told her stories about the stars, about how each one is the light of heroes and gods long gone. Athena listened, and in her eyes sparkled admiration and tenderness. She shared with him knowledge about stars and gods, but did so without revealing her true nature. At their third meeting, they gathered wild berries and flowers together, laughing and playing like children, forgetting time and the world around them. Lycaon taught Athena to feel the earth beneath her feet, to listen to the whisper of the wind, and to understand the language of birds. She, in turn, told him about crafts and art, inspiring him to new melodies. The fourth meeting was especially touching. In the evening, when the sky was painted in purple and pink hues, they sat by the fire, and Lycaon played melodies he had composed especially for her. His music was filled with tenderness and passion, and Athena for the first time allowed herself to reveal the feelings long hidden in her heart. They spoke of dreams, fears, and hopes, and it seemed the whole world froze to listen to their conversation. The fifth meeting took place on the riverbank, where the water reflected the sunset like a mirror. They bathed together in the cool water, laughing and playing, enjoying every moment. Athena felt her divine essence dissolve in the simplicity and sincerity of these minutes, and Lycaon felt that beside him was not just a girl, but something greater that made his soul sing. With each day, their bond grew stronger, like an ancient oak whose roots go deep into the earth and branches reach for the heavens. Athena discovered the mortal world not only through the eyes of a goddess, but with a heart full of tenderness and passion. Lycaon felt that beside him was not just a girl, but something greater that made his soul sing. Summer came, and in the heat of the day, when the sunset painted the sky in fiery shades as if nature itself wept bloody tears, they decided to go to the riverbank, where the water reflected the heavenly fire like a mirror. The air was scorching, and a light breeze brought only fleeting relief, whispering of an approaching storm. Lycaon, anticipating this moment, took his flute and began to play. The melody, filled with love and courage, spread through the air like a flame consuming everything around. Athena, standing nearby, realized that from this simple man came a light capable of outshining even the sun's rays. Their eyes met, and at that moment the whole world disappeared. They remained alone, goddess and mortal, bound by ties of love that knew neither divine nor earthly laws. But the gods of Olympus could not remain indifferent. The news of the divine love reached Zeus's ears, and his wrath flared like a storm tearing the heavens apart. He could not accept such a challenge. A love that shattered the eternal order threatened the very foundation of the universe. His eyes flashed with lightning, and his voice, like the rumble of thunder, spread across the earth. "You dare to love a goddess and break the sacred law." On the night when the moon shone brightly, illuminating the dark waters of the river with silver light, Lycaon sat by the shore, immersed in memories spent with Athena, when suddenly a shadow loomed over him. Thunder rumbled from the heavens, and as if struck by lightning, Zeus's voice tore the silence. "You dare to love a goddess and break the order among mortals." Hearing this voice, Lycaon felt the ground slip from beneath his feet, and his heart clenched in an icy grip of fear. He rushed to the river, but the waters began to rise as if alive, ready to swallow him forever. Athena, sensing danger for her beloved, rushed to him, her heart pounding like a drum in fear and despair. "Zeus, I beg you, do not do this," she cried, standing between the angry thunder and her beloved. But her words were in vain. Divine power condemned Lycaon to eternal exile. He became only a memory, hidden among the river waves where once their love danced under the moonlight. One tear, like a drop of rain, rolled down Athena's cheek as she realized she had lost everything. Just as divine light eclipses the night, so was her love carried away by the vengeful eyes of fate. That night she returned to Olympus, her heart shattered into a million pieces, each a painful wound reminding her of Lycaon. She forever carried with her the sad melodies that since then became the echo of love carried away by the wind. But even in her sorrow, Athena did not lose her grandeur. Her grief became a strength, inspiring gods and mortals alike. The legends of the goddess and the shepherd spread across the world, reminding all that even gods can feel emotions, but cannot control their hearts any more than mortals can. Thus ended their story, tragic and beautiful, full of pain and loss, telling that love is a force capable of challenging even the eternal order, and that even gods are not immune to its destructive power.